Hello everyone, and welcome to my solo RPG journal. Today we are playing a very special game of Age of Fantasy Skirmish, playing the final game of the campaign that we've been running. We are using my Silent Tower board from my Frostgrave campaign to play it on. I figured if we're going to have a final game with 4 factions involved, I've got a board the right size. Honestly, it's probably a bit too big. But yeah, let's jump into our factions. We are playing with all 4 warbands. First of all, we have the Litwin Scouts. They lost their lone watcher Corel last game, and so they've hired another scout, an Elven scout, who I have called Mira, in order to fill their points up. They've spent 270 points total, but with losing units and stuff, they have 150 points on the board. Other changes, I don't think any other changes have been made I don't think they had enough points to buy anything else. So if they didn't get it from leveling up, that's it. They're at the end of the game with only 185 points on the board. Following that, on the other side of the board, we have Klara's Horde. So Klara's Horde is a little bit smaller with only 4 units. 2 units of ghouls, 1 unit of skeletons, and Klara, who has purchased vampiric steed, I think it was, or some kind of flying steed. I can't remember what it was actually called in the rules now, but it gave her fast flying and impact 1, and Prowler as well. Oh no, Prowler was she got from leveling up. So she now flies and moves 18 inches as opposed to 12 in a charge. So she will be fun. Next up, over in this side, we have Ortan's Expedition. Got the most units here. He had the most points to spend. We had to be careful to make sure that he didn't exceed the point limit, as no 2 armies can be more than 50 points apart. But he has the highest point count in the game with 235 points. So he'll be 50 points ahead of Litwin. So he's got an extra elite and an extra Iron Warrior. So the new elite, Agna, and the new Iron Warrior was Warham. So Warham, Agna, and Athelid are basically the same unit, except Fearless was no. One of these, I will have to double check these rules because Agna has leveled up and I think got resilient through the leveling up. Oh yeah, definitely resilient. Whereas so she's almost the same unit with 2 attacks at AP2. The new Iron Warrior Warham, however, is missing a couple of things. Did he get the fight? Yes. So he's missing Sergeant and Headstrong. So Roshek will hit on 2s in melee. Whereas he will not, and that's bringing them up. They still had another 5 points that they could have theoretically spent, which would have been cool. I would have been able to buy another hero, but because of the 50-point difference rule, they got 2 extra units instead. The final warband to look at is Chavel's Troupe. Chavel's Troupe, also only 4 units, but 2 of them are heroes. So we've got our marksman and our infantryman. Chavel is now mounted on a horse, making him fast and giving him impact. And our wizard is pretty much the same. What was the wizard's name? Lucius Catus. Yeah, so Chavel's gained fast and impact, and one of the marksmen is a sergeant. That allowed us to spend the 20 or so points. Looking at the scoreboard, currently, let's bring that up here, nice and large. Chavel's Troupe are in the lead with 6.5 points. Followed by Klara's Horde with 4.25. The Litwin Scouts have moved out of last place and into third place with 3.5 because Ortan's Expedition did so poorly in the previous game, not scoring any objective points. With 4 warbands on the board, this is going to be a big game, but we should be able to fit it within one video. We'll see how we go. So I've done deployment. I have decided, because I've got 4 armies, 4 warbands, and I haven't seen rules for deploying 4 warbands on the same board, even though there are some things that suggest that you can do it in some of the rules. I've decided to deploy within 12 inches of a corner. So obviously Chavel's in this corner, Chavel 1 deployment. We've got the marksman and the wizard moving in this direction. And Chavel moving with his swordsman in that direction. He's 1 deployment, so he goes first. Litwin got 2nd with deployment. She only deployed these 3 units here, which is 12 towards that. And then these 2 units are scouts, so they were deployed 2nd. They can then deploy 24 inches within. However, they're ranged units. They're going to take advantage of the fact that you have some line of sight when standing on these things, on these pillars, and just try and pick people off while trying to stay out of range of anyone else. Ortan was next in deployment, and he's got everyone coming in this way. And Klara deploying in this corner. It's probably the furthest away. Not necessarily. Litwin's a bit further away. Everyone's sort of a bit differently challenged with regards to this map. Special rules. This is impassable. Or this is dangerous, rather. These are dangerous terrain. The edges here, dangerous terrain. So I guess that we could climb this, but you'd have to make dangerous terrain tests as well. And otherwise, I've just put markers down as opposed to thinking about it strategically from the point of a player. There are 6 objectives on the board that have been placed according to where I think they should be on the map. So objective 1 is at the top of the tower. That's a little bit inaccessible. We'll see if we actually make it up there. Objective 2, we've decided we're going down the board. Objective 2 is this one here, because it's the next highest. Then we've got 3 that are sort of level with each other. We've got objective 3, objective 4, and where are we going? Objective 5 in the center of this little mini tower here. And then objective 6 is at the bottom of the tower, but outside of it, in this pit. So it should be theoretically the easiest one to set up. I did think about putting it in the center of the tower proper, but we're talking about having to get to this level and then move down 3 floors in order to claim it. At which point you've got a reasonably inassailable position. You can have 1 unit attacking you at once. So if you had enough troops there, or a powerful enough troop there, that would be your objective, essentially. So, with that, Ortan will be going first. Not Ortan, Chavel. Sorry, Chavel won the roll-off. I have already assigned objectives. So, going from the top of this sheet, the Litwin Scouts got the special objective Rage, which is being the first warband to knock a unit off the board. They've got Charge, which is kill units in melee, which is going to be difficult for them because they're half-ranged warband. Arcane Channeling, which is all about casting spells or blocking spells. And Seize 5. So 5 is this one in the center of this. If I do this, will it do it? Yeah. 5 is this one here, which is closest to Chavel. So she's going to have to move through him in order to get that. Klara's Horde have Seize 4, Charge, and Area Dominance. So Charge, again, is kill people in melee. She's got lots of melee units, so that's going to be good for her. 4 was this objective here, in the center, in the middle of the tower. So to get there... Oh, she can fly. That's lucky for her. Her other one is Area Dominance, which is about holding objectives. She needs to score that one, she needs to be holding 3 objectives at the same time. She also got Rage, so if either she or Litwin are winners, then the other one will lose. Chavel's troop got Casting, which is to cast or block a spell for at least 3 times in the game, I think. They got Hold 3, which is on the other side of the board to them. So they have to take that and hold that for 1 turn. They have On the March, which is to have everyone outside of their deployment zones, as well as Area Dominance. So again, take and hold 3 objectives. Ortan, over here. Ortan has Recovery, which is to have a unit get stunned and then get back up. Be the first one to do that. Area Dominance again. Hold the Line, which is to keep at least 3 units inside your deployment zone. Cannot be scored on round 1. And Seize 4, which means there's going to be a bit of a fight over this objective, which is good because it's the one in the center of the board. So we're going to jump in, and what we're doing is essentially deployment. Thankfully, was in counterclockwise order. So Chavel is going first, and so the first thing I think to do, I really should have put these swordsmen in a different spot. But we're not going to move them the full 12 inches. We're going to move them up here so that they can't get shot at by any snipers. We could move them a little bit further, but that would then give... who is this? This is Adana line of sight to them. I'll move them a little bit further forward because that was 9 inches for the... So that's probably... And that's probably 12 inches for the one at the back. So that we have 1 unit activated. Litwin, I can't see anyone with my scouts that I... Oh, nope. Can't see anyone with my scouts. And I don't want to move them, don't want to activate them. So, Sorel. No. Oh, the other thing that happened... random events. I rolled for random events. Ortan was the only one that got one. And so Ortan himself got the event out of arrows, which means he doesn't have access to his fire pistols. One fire pistol? Or he's got 2 fire pistols, but it doesn't matter. He can't shoot them. Doesn't matter. Better him, though, than either of the Iron Warriors. So, Sorel didn't have... I'm just checking special moves, because some people have Agile now, which gives them more movement. But no, Sorel had Headstrong. So he's just going to move... this is 8. 9, 10... Wait, no. How does... I can't... They're just not going... We're just going to ignore that. Because I can't be bothered working it out right now. So 12 inches is there. And that is 1 activation. I think there's going to be a lot of movement in round 1. Now, Ortan will move this unit. Actually, we'll see which... Dwarf Bard. Ethelwyd, I think, is the one I want to move. So I didn't rename Chavel's group. Here we go. Ortan. Agna. No, Dwarf Bard is obviously Hildred. I guess. Yeah, there's Agna. Yeah, okay, cool. In any case, so this one is Ethelwyd, which is the one I'm looking for. Ethelwyd has Agile. Agile gives an extra 3 inches on rush and charge. So instead of you moving 8, she moves 11 inches. Cool. So let's do this. No. Damn it. This was always the problem with these. Sometimes I think it was there. Cool. And so she has... Oi. To get this in here... She's activated. That's kind of close to her, so that'll do. So we now get an activation from these guys. Klara's Horde. And I actually feel like Klara might be activating first to get her 18 inches of movement. Maybe not quite yet. Let's move this back up here so I don't have these popping in. So, 12 inches brings us to... Whoa. Not there, because that's... Okay, that's 13 inches, apparently. That's all along the ground. I think that was there. And that is an activation. Bringing us over here. Okay, we've got one crossbowman. Shit. There we go. Two crossbowmen. Can we get the third up there? I'm not sure how that works, but that seemed to measure out to... They got their bases intersecting a little bit, but I don't know that I care too much. So that is a rush action, which means that they can't shoot. But they are in position to start taking shots next time. Okay, so next... Oh, hang on, I need to put down a marker. So, next activation. We're going to wait for more targets to show up before we even look at the others. We have a tree man. Now, he didn't have some kind of special stuff. No, he has elite, which will be useful if he actually gets to fight anything. I don't think he's fought anything at all. Maybe once. Maybe one time he has fought stuff. Every other game he goes down pretty quickly. So yeah, fast. No one else has agile. There's one person with agile there. Agile. No one with agile there. And our scout Adana is the one with agile, and she's not going to be moving very much. Okay. So here we've got... another dwarf getting to here. And she has activated. And so Klara is sending out some ghouls. "12 inches in this direction. I think sort of the big risk with this particular game is that we're, instead of doing stuff about the objectives, I mean, I am sort of moving for them, but at the same time, I feel like in order to get anywhere with them, it's going to be more about killing stuff. Okay, so our wizard... In an attempt to stay safe from the out of line of sight, we're hiding behind this tree, but I can now see these ghouls. They are within 12 inches, and so I can probably cast some kind of spell at them. Here we go. Chavel. Whoa. Fireball. 2 hits with AP2. Enemy unit 1 hit with AP4, deadly 3. Not good against them. Blood Hex. While within 6 inches takes 1 automatic hit per model. I can't do that because they're not within 6. But Fireball looks like the go. Alright, casting Fireball, hitting on a 2. Yeah, on a 2, Fireball goes off, so they take 2 wounds with AP2. They've got a defensive 5, so they're just rolling 2 saves on 6s. They fail 2 of those saves. And so I'll move them off the board. And so we have a wizard who has activated and cast a spell. So let me just take note of that before I go forgetting. Lucius cast Fireball. Now. Let me check. I've also got a objective about arcane channeling. Litwin Scouts. Cast or successfully block 3 or more magic spells for 2 victory points. So I need to do that, but what spells? No. This window. Wood Elf list. Here we go. Spirit Vines. Enemy unit. No. Tree Stomp. Enemy unit. No. Regrowth. Friendly unit within 12 gets regeneration next time it's wounded. That's probably the go. Because that's a 4-up for her, I think. She's got Wizard 2. So that's a 3-up for her. Tree Stomp is deadly 3 on a 2-up. Jesus Christ. Insect Attack is OP, but as long as we're within 6, target enemy piece, piece of terrain within 6 inches may be moved up to 6 inches in any directory, or may be removed from play. That's a bit crazy. So we're going to cast Regrowth. And we're going to do it... I'm going to move first. I'm just going to bring her up behind them. And she's going to cast Regrowth on the Treant on a 3-up. Yep. So he has regeneration until he is wounded next. So I'm going to give him a green ring on his base. And so Litwin has activated. Get an activation from Ortan. Uh, yeah, we're just going to get a line of people coming up here, I think. Slow-moving dwarves. So we're going to send our ghouls out here as well. The other unit of ghouls. And they have now also activated. And so, let me just double check the rule for fast. No, wrong one. Fast. 9 when advance and 18 with charge or rush. We want to look at taking objectives, so I feel like I have made a bit of a mistake. I could like was thinking about coming out here and fighting the elves. That was very much the way I was thinking there. But I did choose to put him as the one there so that he could make. No, he's just going to move up with these guys and stay safe for the round, because yeah, otherwise it could be like Klara, who's just started losing units already. So that is all 4 activations for Chavel. Let's see, who can Adana see? Adana can't see anyone there. Or anyone here. Can she see? She can't see skeletons. She can't see anyone. Oh, no. No, okay. Yes, she can. She can see the thing that is the most dangerous to her. Ah. 35. 33. She is, I'm pretty sure she is out of range. She has 30 inches on her longbow. She cannot shoot at those crossbowmen. But you know who might be able to shoot at those crossbowmen? 29 inches. She can shoot. So the new girl, the new scout, the new hire, can shoot at them, or she can shoot at those dwarves. Could shoot at the dwarves. I'm going to shoot at the crossbowmen because they're the ones that are dangerous. So she's taking 2 shots that hit on 4s. This is the new scout, Mira. Two hits. So they have 2 saves on 5s, I think. They fail 2 saves, and so they straight up lose. Actually, they're going to lose this one. 2 of those crossbow models. And they've only got 1 left. Okay, so we have an activation and a shot. Activated, shot. And so next we have a dwarf, who I think can really only... Yep. Get to here. I think I might stop putting those down because we're practically done here. So we've got... The only one is the vampire Klara. Who is just... She's flying. I don't care if I'd say... Yep, she's now. Can't I go lower than 2 inches? Why can't I? Oh. Klara's going to come down here and look at taking that objective because she can. 18 inches of flying, hey? So now that's all of those activations. Klara's activated completely. Chavel has activated completely. We are missing Adana, who is going to activate and hold, I think, because she can't do anything. She can't see anyone to shoot. I don't want her to move. She is out of range of that marksman. All the other humans have stayed out of range. She's going to move back. I'm not sure. She's just going to hold. So that is all of Litwin's activations. Which means that for the rest of round 1, we just have to worry about these dwarves. So they are all going to move up 8 inches. Or, you know, thereabouts. So that's going to be the end of round 1. We need to look at scoring objectives. The only objective that can be captured is this one. I don't want to make that unique. I want to color its base purple. Maybe not that purple. Maybe this purple. It doesn't really matter in the shade. Anyway, that is belonged by... Yeah, Klara owns that one now. None of the others are near anyone. So let's go down here. Rage. No one has lost any units left. So that means no one's killed any units. So that's fine. However, I forgot to say, but Elora cast Regeneration. So she could... she's going to discard charge. She is choosing not to turn in Arcane Channeling at this point, because at round 3 she will be able to do that for 2 points. Seize 5 is theoretically still within grasp, but she's discarded 1. She cast that on round 1. Klara's Horde. So they pulled Volley Fire, but they don't have any ranged units, so I discarded it and redrew another one. Charge. They have not yet done that. Seize 4, they have not yet done that. Area Dominance. Sounds like a bit of a risk. 4 units, almost... she's going to discard this, because this is not going to happen. Chavel's Troupe has cast Fireball once, so on their way to score casting. Hold 3, On the March, and Area Dominance. Again, area... They're actually going to discard Hold 3. That's on the other side of the map. Good luck with that. They're not going to get there in time to be able to capture it. On the March, however, I believe they can score for 1 point. So that's 41. Let's double check that. 41. On the march. Have no units from your army in your deployment zone. So, Chavel is in the lead with 1 victory point. The Ortan Expedition. They have area dominance, hold the line, and seize 4. They're going to discard hold the line because that's ridiculous for their army, at least. Seize 4 is probably possible. Area dominance probably isn't, but you can only discard one at a time. So, with that, not much has happened because of the board being the way it is. So with a lot of just movement and nothing else, we're going to jump into round 2. Okay, with no units having fallen off the board, Chavel was the first to finish activating. Followed by Klara, and then Litwin, and then Ortan. So we'll go in that turn order. So, the first thing to do now so this is getting a bit dangerous for them. On one hand, Klara's lost 2 models. On the other hand, Chavel's lost 2 models. This unit is going to just fight. Can he actually see any of them? He can't actually see any of them. Moving closer is not a good idea. So he's going to drop off here. He has to roll. We have to roll this check here. He rolls a 6, so he's fine. He gets an extra 2 inches of movement. So we're going to let him move right up to the edge of the board here. Turn around and have a go at this final model here. So he is a sergeant. Hang on, let me just get rid of all of these dice. No, remove. What did I just remove? Fuck. Ah. Hang on a second. Oh, so you can click on a die and you can remove it, or you can GM tools request full dice clear. I see. There you go. So we're looking for... No. We are looking for the Chavel. Here we go. Chavel's Troupe. Marksmen, crossbows. Hit on 5s. They've got a 6-up defense. They hit on 5s. They have elite and sergeant. So, we've got 1 attack. Hitting on 4s because it's sergeant. And I get to re-roll it if I want. Don't need to re-roll it. So he has to save on a 5-up. 3. So he takes the 1 wound. Has to roll a wound check. It is stunned. Status knockdown. So we have an activation and a shot. Next up is Klara. So we're not going to worry about this guy here. We're just going to charge straight in to the wizard. I can't really get into the wizard there, so I guess. All right, we've got we're fighting here. We're fighting both of them. 6 attacks, 2 from each model. So Chavel will choose to have only 2 attacks go to this model, and 4 attacks go to this model. So we'll go 4 first to the bloody marksman. That's 2 hits, because they hit on 5s, I believe. Ghouls hit on 5s. So he will make 2 saves on... He makes 1 save on a 6, so he's now got 1 wound, and he has to make a wound check, which he fails, so he is now stunned. And we've got 2 attacks on the wizard. Unfortunately for Chavel, or Lucius is this wizard's name, that was a 6, and they have poisoned, so that's 3 wounds, which he doesn't save any of. I've just realized that I forgot to set up underdog points. I'll do that in just a sec, because there's no way he can fix that, I don't think. He saves on 6s, so he's going to take 3 wounds, which means he has to make a wound roll. On a natural 5, he's dead. So no, he is also knocked down. Okay, we're going to roll a push for both of them. So for the wizard first. Okay. Here. And here. Why are we doing this? Why does it matter? Because I don't want to get shot. Oh, no, I can't. They're out of range. It doesn't matter. So that's that. They have activated and fought. This one was for... This one. This is hard. Okay. That's close enough. So this is resolved reasonably nicely for Klara. And that's gone rather poorly for Chavel. Okay, so Litwin's turn? Yes. Yes, now it is Litwin's turn. And we don't have anyone to shoot. Got some dwarves to shoot. I might shoot some dwarves. Let me just check the distance. Ooh. I could do a charge. I could charge these, yeah, actually. The treeman is charging. They have to respond by consolidating in up to an inch, but they're close enough to fight. So he is going to attack twice, I think. Treeman, claws 2, quality 4. He has elite. And furious. So actually he's got 3 attacks. Only one of them hit, however. Unlucky for him. So they save, the infantry save on 5s. So they save, and they attack back 3 times, hitting on 5s. 2 hits on 6s, so he... what was his defense? His defense was 5. He also saves on 5s. Okay, let me read these rules. So, the wizard spell Regrowth gets regeneration next time it's wounded. So it's just been wounded, so it gets, I guess, regeneration for both of those attacks. Regeneration When taking a wound, roll 1 die. On a 5+, it is ignored. Okay, it's going to take 2 wounds. And it's coming off the board. So much for regeneration, I guess. Next up is Ortan. And we've got... I have made the threat of shooting. I've got too many units to target there. No, I think I will. Move this one in 8, because that one's the... No, they're all equally squishy. I've measured it out. I'll just move it in, I think. And... Oh, whatever. Oh, that one worked. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. It's on top. I know who it... hopefully I gonna remember who that's for. Klara. I guess it's time for... Klara to activate this unit so that it is no longer knocked down. At which point, Ortan... hang on, I needed to mark these guys as having fought. Is going to activate the wizard, because I kind of want him standing up. Unfortunately, no one's going to be able to cast magic at him. That puts him at a... That puts Chavel at a... with a chance of not being able to achieve that objective. So he's activated. All of those units over there have activated. We are now looking at Litwin again. Now, Litwin was pretty unlucky there. Can he make it? So he can't make it if he does that. But if he does this, then he will probably be able to make it. Yeah. So taking into account the drop rule, let's just roll that for him. It's a 5. So he'll be able to get in here. So yeah, if he drops off this ledge, he gets an extra 2 inches of movement as long as he passes that roll, which he did. So he's going in there and going to fight these two. He's got 2 attacks. And I believe that he also hits on 4s. Yep. He's got Headstrong, which gives him +1 to morale, which isn't hugely useful in this case, but that's okay. Well, they will attack back. No. 3 dice. No hits because they've already fought. They only hit on 6s. So he is retreating an inch, which is about that. And so he has been activated and fought. And we'll just leave that die there rotating in the air. Ortan again. Okay, we have a dwarf. But she can move a lot further. She can move 11 inches, so she can move to here. Because she has the agile special rule. Ethelwood, I think it was. So she has moved. Okay, next up is Klara. So she's going to consolidate her troops a bit, I think. I don't think that the smart thing is going after the dwarves right now. So we're going to move our our skeletons. So I think it was here. And they have activated Chavel. We're gonna let these infantrymen run into, yeah, try and get some, you know, thinking about the objectives. The infantrymen are gonna get in here. I love it. It's just hovering there on the level above. It went through one wall, but that's fine. All right, no worries. Now let's look at what Litwin's troops can do. Again, we've got this position. Actually can't see that. Oh, okay, we can see another dwarf now. I was thinking that this position would give a good view of the door, but actually it's the range and everything. I might have to start thinking about moving her, but she's going to be able to shoot at the dwarves in a minute. I want to be able to cast something. I think, yeah, we can get sort of rather safely to here, to anywhere over here, with another rush action. And Wizard, I'm going to double check this. Wizard, at any point before attacking. Maybe because Rush can't shoot, charge moves into melee. No. Yeah, doesn't matter. She can move all of the spaces. That's actually going to help her out. Oh, what does Fanatic do? +1 to attack when in melee. +1 attack when in melee. So she gets 2 attacks as opposed to... I'm going to have to reread that rule, I think, when it comes up. But... one hit, AP2, deadly 3, on a 2-up, tree stomp. Just make it so that she can actually see him. On a 2-up. 6. Yeah, 1 hit, AP2, deadly 3. So he has to make 3 saves on... So it's AP2. Chavel is 4s. So on 6s. Oh god, I rolled 2 6s. He only takes 1 wound. And so that's an activation and a successful cast. Let me just say, Elora cast. What did she cast? Did not cast Fireball. She cast Tree Stomp. On level 2. Ooh, just forgetting to do all of the things. So hang on, who needs an objective? Litwin needs one on 41. 41 on the march. Which is good. She'll be able to get some points. Klara's Horde need 2 objectives. 52. 52 is charge. Oh, hang on. I think she's already got 52. She's already got 52. 44. Does she have 44? No. 44. Shifting accuracy. Roll a d6 when... Shifting strategy. Roll a d6 when you draw this card. Control that objective marker. Control objective marker 5. Which is good. That's the direction all her troops are moving in. We've got sort of 2 fights brewing. One for 4 and one for 5. Awesome. She needs another one. 33. Hold 3. Jesus Christ. So basically kill all the dwarves because they're all in the way. All of them. Okay. So that's good. She's done that. Oh, events. Oh, they didn't get knocked out. Everyone got knocked down. Chavel's Troupe, however, on round 2, infantry knocked out Athros. So that's good for them. They need an objective, though. 55. Terrify. And the Ortan Expedition also want a new objective. 61. They don't have yet. 61 is Slay the King. In this or any previous round, destroy the enemy hero with the highest tough value. In the case of a tie in tough values, any of the models count. So destroy any hero model. What was it? Slay the King? Slay the King. The other thing I needed to do was set up what underdog points. So who gets underdog points? Litwin gets underdog points. Everyone except Ortan gets underdog points. So I want a beast. Everyone except Ortan gets underdog points. But how many, you ask? Now, Litwin gets 5, I'm pretty sure. because she is 50 points under Ortan. Chavel gets the next largest with 3, and Klara gets 2. I'm not sure if they would have been useful yet. Quite possibly. Quite possibly I have hamstrung Chavel a bit by not giving them to him, but, you know, it'll be okay. We continue on. So, Litwin just activated. So we're looking at another dwarf. Hang on, who? Yeah. I think it's all fine. I'm wondering if I've stuffed up my turn order. It's altogether possible that I have. Okay. So next up is Chavel. Yeah, I have a feeling that I stuffed up my turn order. But I think it's working out. Yeah. The wizard's activated. The troops over here have activated. Yeah, everything's fine. So do I want to run away and try and get objectives? Or do I want... So what are his objectives? Chavel's troop. On the march. Oh, he needs another one. He's only got 2 objectives right now. 23. Sees 3. So that makes it a bit clearer. So, Terrify. How does Terrify work? 1 enemy unit fails a morale test. Yeah, okay. Best bet with that is killing Klara. Not Klara. Klara can't fail morale tests. Killing Litwin. He's already removed 1 of her units off the board. He'd have to remove another 2 before they started taking morale checks. Sees 3 is on the other side of the board. Running away would be the best way to do that. He's the fastest moving unit. So he could probably get up and take 5 this turn. But we know that both Litwin and Klara are going for it. Those ghouls are kind of a menace. Sort of, the ghouls and Klara are sort of the biggest threats in his area right now. Area dominance. If he wants to get area dominance, he kind of needs to get up in them. Yeah, I think that he's running. I think that the best strategic move for him to make is actually not to fight Elora Litwin, but is instead to get as far as he can into no, in here. Come on, in you go. In. Come on. Seriously. This is I really do like this game, but it is beta software. And so it does have a few things that are a little bit fiddly sometimes. But he is activated now. And so all of Chavel's troops have activated. The next one was Klara. This is where I think I stuffed up before. But that's fine. Klara can fly. So Klara is just going to get up here and seize... Does she want to fight all those dwarves one-on-one? I don't know that she wants to fight the dwarves one-on-one. Because they're all there. It's like, it's not even one-on-one, it's like one on lots. But so she's going to... Oi. Stop that. Yes, that's what I want to see. I want to know how far up these stairs she can get. Stop it. She can get there. She could potentially just fly up to the top. Oh god. She totally could. Yeah, so she just wants to be... She just wants it so that those dwarves can't shoot her. Can we... Maybe N? No. Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly with some of these larger buildings. But I'm pretty sure that they don't have line of sight to her unless they run out towards the archers on Litwin's side. So I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. That's close enough. Next is Litwin. The Litwin scouts. So we are going to shoot this elite one here. So taking 2 shots at her. Hitting on 4s, I think. So that's, I think, 2 hits. No. No. Yeah, hits on 4s. Yeah, just hits on 4s. So that gets 1 hit. Which I think that's a 3-up save. Saves, no worries. I think the dwarves have the best chance in this game. Except for the fact that, you know, round 2, we might have to do at least 5 rounds to make this fair. But anyway, we'll see how we go. The dwarves next. And we move another dwarf. In here. I'm not going to put her thing down. Because everyone on Klara's side has moved. Everyone on Chavel has moved. So Chavel has gone. Klara has gone. We are looking at this one here. Specifically, Adana. I think this was Adana. She can shoot this one. So she's going to take 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. 3-up save. Saves. So that's it for everyone who isn't a dwarf. Because they've got that many more units. So we'll just activate them all. Getting them all inside here. And then it's time to do objectives. So, they are going to score this objective. What color do we use for them? Brown, yeah. This objective is going to be picked up by Klara. And that's it for the objectives, or the objective markers. Let's go through our objective cards. So, Litwin, Arcane Channeling, almost there, almost at able to score it for 3, or for 2 victory points. Seize 5. She can't seize 5, not yet. However, she has seized, she has completed On the March, which is to not have anyone in her, in her deployment zone. Yeah, she doesn't have anyone in her deployment zone because her units that haven't moved are scouts and were deployed outside of her deployment zone. So no worries there. So we just wipe this objective off the board. Klara's Horde. Have any units come off the board? Yes. Rage. Fail. Rage. Fail. Casting and recovery. Recovery was failed. Didn't get shot at yet. Hadn't taken any wounds to be shot at. Everyone got the wrong things for them. Chavel was the one to draw first blood. Yeah, no special objectives this time around. So, Klara's Horde. Why have Klara's Horde picked up? Well, we'll say that they next draw hold 3, so I don't have to roll. So they can't score that anyway. Charge. Charge is hard because they've got to get within melee of someone. Seize 4 is realistic. Shifting strategy. It's Klara's Horde. Charge, they've done that, but they didn't kill anyone. Seize 4. Again, they haven't killed anyone. They haven't. Wait, no, they did. Klara seized 4. Because it's 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Klara can score that. What am I talking about? So on round 2, Klara scores 1. Shifting strategy, she can't get yet, but okay, cool. And then she's going to draw hold 3 on the next one. Next up is Chavel's Troupe, who have scored On the March. They have Area Dominance, Terrify, and Seize 3. I think they're going to discard Seize 3. And we'll see what other objectives we can get. The Ortan Expedition. Area Dominance, Seize 4, and Slay the King. They can't get anything else. They can probably get Seize 4. Area Dominance, they might be able to get that as well. The question's going to be that flying vampire. But Slay the King, again, they just have to slay any hero unit. So maybe killing Klara is the thing to do for them. And with objectives scored, it's time to move on to round 3. First thing to do is draw objective cards. And for expediency, I'm going to use some physical dice. Because it's going to be a little bit faster. So, Litwin 26, which is C6. Not sure if that's good or bad. Klara's Horde. They pull hold 3. Good thing I didn't act on it. Hey. So Chavel's Troupe. I didn't do random. 65. Cool. 65 is big game hunter. There's no big game on the board. So 25 instead. Which is C's 5. I didn't do random things on the last turn. My bad. Ortan Expedition. They don't get a new event. They don't get a new thing. Okay, so random events. Let's do that. No. Yes. Again for Ortan. That's unfortunate. 31. Terror from the deep. A terrifying monster has emerged from the ground and is feeling hungry. Place a monster marker in the center of one random table quarter. All units that move within 3 inches of it take D3 hits. Okay, so... where are we? So I've always thought of this corner as north. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 is in the center of this one. So we're looking for 12 inches here. So we're looking along this line. This is going to be... Oh my god, it is. And it was this line, wasn't it? Let's just do this. And it was this line. It's like here. Some kind of aberration thing. It's like here. It's gonna come up on top of this unit. Anyone that comes within 3 inches of it. Oh damn. So basically anyone who enters here. Well, noping out of that. Auto hits, no thanks. Far out. And they're on top of it. Okay, I said last time this happened that it wouldn't matter because it spawned on top of them. So they're gonna be able to get away from it. Because the rule is anyone who moves within, though, you know, technically move, maybe they have to stand still. I don't know. I'm gonna let them move away. Fuck. And it just sits there too. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Cool. So moving on to round 3. I do believe that Chavel was again the first to finish, followed by Klara, followed by Litwin, followed by Ortan. So, as such, the first thing to do is to shoot these fuckers with a fireball. I think. Is it fireball? Is fireball the spell to go with? Fireball. 2 automatic hits. 1 hit with... no. Blood Hex. 1 automatic hit per model. They save on 5s. Yeah. I think... They save on 5s. So, 2 with AP 2, so they save on 6s. Far out. What are we doing? So I can hit them twice with AP 2, or I can hit them 3 times with no AP. Like, I'm going to hit them twice with AP 2 because that's almost assuredly going to go off. Target friendly unit within 12 inches gets +1 to... Yeah. Fireball is almost assuredly going to go off. I'm not rolling physical dice. We're doing it on camera, on stream. Okay. So on a... Yep. Yeah, I could have done the other one. My thinking was it was a 2-up versus a 4-up, and I chose the 2-up one. Well, part of the thinking. Anyway, they've got 2 saves on 5s as opposed to on 6s. That was the other part of the thinking. They don't make either of them. So, Klara has 2 more ghouls taken off the board. And the wizard is not going to move. And he has cast a spell. Lucius cast Fireball on round 3. So, bit closer to getting that casting XP. Next is Klara. So we're going to charge this guy. And he's coming off the board because he is stunned. And then we are going to not bother doing any kind of move. Oh, no. Yeah, we are. We're gonna consolidate to here. Because it's free 3 inches of movement. And the hero is... the wizard here is pretty much trapped away from the rest of his troop, as they are on the other side of a monster that deals automatic hits. But the ghoul is out of line of sight of anyone else, or rather anyone who hasn't activated yet this turn. But this is ghoul 2, I think, or ghoul 3, because I think I've left them in Klara's Horde. Ghouls 2, I think, was the ones that died before. Ghouls 3 knocked out marksmen on round 3. Okay, so Litwin's turn. So there's only one way up the... Well, there are 2 ways up the thing. There's only one way that goes past a... That doesn't go past a monster, but it does go past a bunch of dwarves they have to fight. But Litwin does now have this capture 6 gold, doesn't she? Sees 6, yes she does. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go 5 inches to here and drop off here. And I think that... Oh, fuck, he rolls a 1. This is what I get for getting it wrong. This wrong rule set. Cover terrain, dangerous terrain. So I think that the only stuff that isn't on the one page is the movement stuff, which is in the book. Elevation, yeah. Dangerous terrain, difficult terrain. Rules priority. Huh, I've not looked at ambush before. Where's the movement staff? Melee shooting movement. Leaping. Dropping. Models may drop off elevation up to 6 inches high instead of climbing down. Is there like a climbing rule? There isn't a climbing rule. Yeah, no, there isn't. Instead of climbing down, roll X+1 dice, trying to score 3+. I think Strider changes that to like 2 or 1+, where X is... if all rolls are successful, you may place the model. If any rolls failed, then the model falls down instead, sees below. Falling, if a model falls or it is pushed off position at least 2 inches tall. Okay. So I don't think it's going to take any wounds. I think this is where I might have got, yeah, because it didn't. I've done it this way so that because I knew that it was within 2 inches. So I think he's just stunned. He doesn't take any wounds though. All right. And that is an activation. So, dwarf turn now. I don't know that I want to charge Klara. Yeah, she'd die. Where was the... Here we go. And we have 1 Dwarven activation. Next is Chavel again. He's lost a unit and... Alright, so Chavel is going to himself start up 8. $18 here. Yes, he is moving. Oh, I think it was here. He's moving away from that objective, but that's fine because the infantry will be able to get there next turn, right? Right? So, Klara. Can we get... Can we make this charge? I think we can make this charge. So 12 inches. Oh, it's 13 inches exactly. I'm going to say that that makes the charge. Because you basically have to get within an inch of your enemy, and then they have to consolidate to accommodate the charge. So he gets 2 attacks. Hitting on 5s, 6s turn into something... Oh, shit. That poor wizard. That's 6 wounds he has to save on 6s. So he takes 5 wounds. I don't think he can succeed. I'll do the maths if I roll a 1. Nah, he's off. He is off the board. And Ghouls 1 in Klara's Horde. Ghouls 1 knocked out Lucius. On round 3. Which is... I mean, it helps with the charge objective, but it doesn't help with anything else. Alright. They have fought and they have activated. They get to consolidate 3 inches, which we'll do by going this way. Because I don't want to cop any magic to the face. Yeah, I don't want to fight though. Okay. I'm just thinking about what to do for them. But we'll move on. They've just had their turn, and it's now Litwin's turn. She kind of wants objective 6, I think. She wants objective 6, or she wants arcane channeling. I think we want arcane 6 this turn. I think that objective 5 is now no longer tenable. So she's going to play it easy and is going to move to here and cast Regeneration on Sorrel. Regeneration she gets off of Protection. No. We're looking at the wrong spell list. Regrowth is the spell. Regrowth on a 5, so she gets that off on a 3. She rolls a 5. So she's gonna get... he's getting Regeneration, and she casts Regrowth. Which is good, because she'll be able to get 2 points for Arcane Channeling this coming turn. How are those plosives, by the way? I feel like that's coming off quite harsh on the mic. That clicking, sorry about that. I should really try to fix that somehow. I don't know. Yeah, if I do this, but then I'm a lot quieter, maybe that's the point of the mic. Maybe I'm just shouldn't be talking directly into it like this. Anyway. Alright, next turn. Is a dwarf turn. So we're just moving people up again, I guess. Sort of more interested to see how Klara moves than I am going after her. So, next is, let's try and get an Iron Warrior up there, because he might be able to shoot her. No, he's not within range. But he has activated. So, next is Chavel's turn. The last one of his troops that haven't activated are our good friends, the infantry. So let's move them 7 inches. And it's like 8 inches, 9 inches. We're just going to move them to here. Oh no. 8 inches, 9 inches, 10 inches, 11. This is... I might have moved a bit far. I'll do that. Because I can get here. And here. So you need to be within 3. So I need, yeah, you here. Just like here. Yeah, okay. There we go. So they're on the stairs and still going to take that objective. Okay. So that's all of Chavel's troop activated. These skeletons, that was round 2 that they started moving over that direction. And that doesn't seem to be the direction to go in anymore. But we can try and... Yeah, we're going to try and keep... Nah, we're going after the dwarves. These skeletons are running back and forth all over the place. But that's... okay. It's Litwin's go now. You've both activated. I didn't put a thing down next to you. Oh, yes, I did. I just lost it. Lost a thing, so we're just looking at what can shoot now. Let's try and hit some dwarves. So the elite that I can see, 2 shots on her. 1 hit. Actually, let's just double check range. Yes. So, 3 up save. She saves on a 3. This is where having the other one instead of the... This is why AP is better than extra shots, because those dwarves are pretty safe with that 3 up save. Okay. It is a dwarf go again. Yep, so we'll do 4 inches of the movement. Followed by another 4. And activation has finished. And everyone in Chavel's troop has gone. So it's just Klara. It's Klara's turn. Klara is going to... And I worked out that I can do this. So this was impassable or something, but she's flying, so it doesn't matter. So she's just going to fly up to the top of the tower. I'm really happy that I purchased a flying unit. It makes the tower not ridiculous now. So she's going to take that objective. I need to mark her as having gone. So all of Klara's troops have done. Klara's whole warband has finished. Chavel's whole warband has finished. It is now Litwin's turn. She's got one more archer to shoot with. So again, we're going to shoot at that elite with 2 shots. Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Saving on 3s. Rolls a 6. Nothing to do. The only units left that have not activated are the dwarves at this point in the game. So we'll just run through them really quickly. So this is 6 inches for you. So there's 8 inches. It was like 7.5. Damn it. Little bit more. Hang on. Let's measure it out. So that's 8 inches. So I'll move her over so that she's next to that. There we go. And 1 unit left, which is this one. She goes 11 inches, I believe. Because she has that agile trait. So she's going to get up there. Okay. So that is round 3. All done. So scoring. Arcane channeling. I do believe I can score now for arcane channeling. Successfully cast or block 3 or more magic spells, 2 VP. So on round 3, Elora Litwin is going to score that and discard 3, 2. So the tables have an interesting feature in that if you go to them with one of the table features and then type something, it will remove whatever is there. Okay, so we're discarding C's 5 because fuck that. But we're now in the lead with 3 victory points, I think. Klara's Horde. Shifting strategy 5. Discarded. I don't know. Maybe Hold 3 is the one to discard. I don't know. Charge, however, 52. 52. Charge. Destroy 1 enemy unit in melee. Destroy 3 or more enemy units in melee. Oh god. I don't think I want. I've destroyed 2 units in melee. So all I have to do is destroy 1 more unit in melee. Something that isn't one of those bloody dwarves. I think Klara might have AP 1. She's only got AP 1. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. I have forgotten that she was a wizard, though. I should probably have been making wizard rolls for her. Oh, yeah. I should be remembering that because targets within 12 she can target. Now I know. Now I know. We're not going to do that. We are going to get rid of shifting strategy. Chavel's Troupe. Area dominance. Okay, so he's going to be able to hold. He's going to be able to seize 5. In fact, actually, turn 3, he is scoring seize 5. Let's just jump back to the board. Not within 3 inches. You definitely are within 3 inches, so you're going to get this one. Chavel's Troupe are within 3 inches of this one, so they're getting seize 5. 5 has been seized. So that's cool. He's behind. He's only got 2 victory points. Terrify. I'm gonna discard Terrify. Oh, is Terrify the one to discard? Because it doesn't have to be. It's just an enemy unit has to take fail morale. So that could be anyone that isn't Klara. And he just has to stay on the board. Gonna discard area dominance. Because I don't think he's gonna be able. I don't think he can get those extra. That extra objective. He might be able to get 2. I don't think he can get 3. The dwarves have not managed to seize 4 yet. Area dominance. They're gonna just get rid of area dominance. It's possibly possible for them just because they're all sort of stuck together and they all have 3-up saves. But Seize 4 is realistic. Slay the King is not real. Slay the King is probably realistic. And that takes us to round 5. Round 4? Yeah, round 4. Again, just in the... just for time. 36. So 36, which is hold 6. Okay, so that actually makes the game really clear for Klara. For Litwin, rather, not Klara. Klara, however, 52, already got 52. 55 is up for grabs. 55 is Terrify. She's got 3 objectives. Chavel's Troupe have 1 objective, so they need to draw 2 more. Oh, okay. Seize 1. Which is the one at the top of the tower. 66. What is 66? Take no prisoners. Win a melee by 3 or more wounds. Oh my god. Klara's Horde have done that. No prisoners. And the Ortan Expedition need 1 objective. 42. What is 42? 42. Delve deep. Have at least 1 unit within the enemy's deploy zone. Oh god, they're never going to be able to do that. Not looking good for them. So the current scores are Litwin with 3, Klara with 1, Chavel with 2, and Ortan with 0. Alright. Random events going down the list. No, 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 no. Alright. Starting round 4. So, Chavel goes first, because Chavel finished activating in the last turn first, followed by Klara, followed by Litwin, followed by the Dwarves. The Dwarves get to go last because they've got the most units, essentially. Whereas Chavel's only got 2 now. Yeah, oh. Hang on. Route tests. Let's just check how route tests work. At the end of any round, if an army is down to half of its starting units or less, yeah, okay. He is taking route tests. So, he's got 2 units. He's got a hero. Okay. He has a champion, which is a hero, and he has his infantrymen. Oh, they've got elite. I could have been using that to do more damage in those rolls that they had. It's once per turn, I think they get to re-roll something. But he has elite and he is a hero. And I think that the hero special rule, where is it? It's always the wrong hero. Friendly units within 12 inches of this hero may use his quality for morale tests as long as he isn't stunned. So everyone has to roll a 3. So first, let's roll for the infantry. On a 3 up, he's fine. And for Chavel himself... Oh no. Route tests. What am I doing? This one. Chavel routes. Okay, so at the end of the last turn, Chavel routed, and the 3 infantry are all that's left of his team. So they're gonna keep moving up. And they... What are you doing? What are you doing? Just drop that down there. All right. Chavel's done. All right. Easy. So, what are Klara's objectives? Klara has charge. Klara has hold 3. And Klara has terrify. Terrify is now something that she can get, but charge is one of them. Okay. So I think that with Klara's positioning, those dwarves are going to start shooting up her skeletons. The skeletons... The skeletons can make it inside. But I kind of want the skeletons down here to hold this objective. Alright. What's this fall? This fall is over 3 inches. So, dropping. Try to score 3+ where... so X plus 1 dice for every... So, 2 dice. Oh, for every model. Roll X plus 1 dice, trying to score 3+, where X is 1 die. For every full 3 inches, it drops. If all rolls are successes, you may place... Okay. Oh, hang on. That's not enough. 6 dice. Okay, so that's 2. I probably should have rolled that per model. I don't know that I'm doing this right. Models may drop off steep elevation up to 6 inches high instead of climbing down. Roll X plus 1 dice to... Can I just climb down? Movement. Climb. That's the only mention of climbing in the thing. And I've just basically made up that they can climb for their same movement. What's the elevation rule? Leaping. Elevation. When moving onto elevation, simply count the vertical movement as part of the unit's regular movement. It doesn't say anything about moving off elevation, though. Alright, so I got 2 failures, so we're going to have 1 model. Hang on. 1 model is going to fall. I think that's how that works. Routed, elevation, dangerous terrain. So if all rolls are successes, you may place them and continue moving without counting the elevation. Falling. If a model falls or is pushed off with an elevation position of at least 2 inches tall, then it takes 1 hit with AP 1 plus X, where X is the AP plus 1 for every 3 full... okay. That sentence is horrible. So an AP 2 hit. Okay. Yeah, I think that was roll for each model. So 2 of the models get down fine. Yeah, that... I hope that they've reworded that. There is another version of the rules which I haven't updated to yet because I wanted to play with the same rules over the course of the campaign. So, because it was every model, I'm rolling 1 hit with AP2, so saving on a 6. Don't save, so I lose 1 model. But these guys are now down here. And they have activated. Cool. I think Elora Litwin. She's going to activate this one. And he's going to stand up. Then we get a dwarf move. And so this one... this one is going to move 8 to here. What I'm essentially trying to do is give Klara targets. So now it is Klara's turn because Chavel's last guy's gone. Okay. Yep, I can move past the doorway there. Okay, so this ghoul is going to move to here. And I don't think that that is actually... Yeah, I can... he can be shot. Now... Elora Litwin. She has C6, hold 6. Oh. C6. She's now got C6 twice because I just rolled 16. So she's all about objective 6. Now... Alright, she's going to do it. She's going to first fall down to here. And don't roll a 1. 5. In that case, she's falling down to here. Don't roll a 1. 5. So she's charging these skeletons, because I'm pretty sure she can. Because she's essentially getting to 2 inches of this for 2 inches of movement. Yeah, she can. And before she fights, she's going to cast a spell. She is going to cast some kind of spell called something. I don't know. So we've got 3 hits. 3 hits with AP2, 3 hits with AP2. 1 hit with Deadly 3. So 3 hits with AP2. That I don't think that's in 6 inches. It is not within 6 inches. But anyway, we're going to do the one that gets the 2 up save. No, 3 up. 3 up for insect attack. That's a 3. So they have to save 3 times AP2, so 3 6s. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure that that's going to wipe one of them off. The other one has a wound roll to make. It has 2 wound... No, 5, 6, 7. It's off. So, Elora Litwin kills a thing and is going to take that objective. Elora cast insect attack. Elora knocked out skeletons. So we will at least seize 6. I don't know about holding 6, but we will probably seize it. She was going to charge them, but they didn't actually fight because they died before she actually got into melee with them. So, dwarf turn, I believe. Dwarf is going to now move. Okay. She gets 11. So she can essentially get as far as she wants up that. But I have to stay within 3. So she's going to get up here. So that I can score that objective. And she has activated. Which brings us again to Klara. Who's going to move another ghoul out here. Which then moves us to Litwin, who is going to shoot a dwarf. Oh, hang on. No. No, we're not shooting dwarves. We're shooting ghouls. What are we doing? Okay. So we're falling off here. As long as we don't roll a 1, we're good. Yep. So getting to here, because it's within 2 inches. That's a good 1 inch. We're moving... Just move to here. A little bit more over this way so that she's not got a tree in the way. She's now in range, so she will take 2 shots hitting on 4s. You know, it was worth a try. Okay, dwarf turn. Klara's turn now. So what are Klara's objectives? Charge. I want to charge and kill something. Hold 3. And terrify. So she can at least score that. But I want to charge something. How far down here can I get? 3 inches. 9 inches. 13.4. Can we shorten that? Thing is, she can fly, right? Hang on. She can fly. So she doesn't have to move. Yep. She's going to do that. So she's coming down the stairs, even though I'm jumping down here. Okay, so she has... First of all, impact. What does impact do? Impact 1 deals X automatic hits when successfully charging. That's implying that some of those magic spells I'm supposed to roll for. You need to clarify that, devs. Because, you know, it takes 1 hit. It sounds like it's an automatic thing. It's just taking it. As opposed to the unit is attacked once or something like that, which isn't nice either, but at least it gets the point across that you're supposed to roll for that. Because, like, what is it? Are you supposed to roll with the, I guess, the unit's quality? At which point, wizards, maybe that's a balancing thing, because then they'd have to be hitting on 4s. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're not playing like that because we're through our entire campaign not doing it. Impact. So 1 automatic hit. And then Klara has like 5 attacks. Yeah. 4 attacks with Furious. Which is 5 attacks. She hits on 3s. Which isn't a great showing. Ow. She doesn't have anything to give her any other advantages there. So it's just 5 hits, but only 2 hits. I think that's... She's rolled... Yep. So that's 3 hits. But it's AP 1, so she's saving on 4s. Okay, she takes 2 wounds. So, on like a 4 up, she's dead. 5. 5 is stunned, but it's 5 plus 2. So she's knocked out. So... Klara's gone and done it. And she's not scared of these dwarves. She's going to consolidate 3 inches to get closer to them. Oi. Oh, why are you flying so high? Damn it. Okay. You can get through the door. It's fine. Cool. She has activated, and she has fought. Yeah, we know that she's activated and fought. She doesn't have any units left to activate. So we have a Litwin elf. The one that isn't a Dana, the new one, the new hire, is going to shoot this here ghoul with 2 shots, hitting on 4s. So 2 hits. What am I getting new dice for? So they roll. Why have I could have treated that as the save. I'm not, because I'm not clear on what I'm doing. This game has gone on for too long. So saving on 5s. So same result. 1 save. So we need to roll a wound roll. But I'm not sure what I'm trying to get. That's it. It's out. Because it already had 1 wound. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So, what was your name? I need to know your name now. Mira. There we go. Litwin's coming back. Knocked out ghoul. One of the ghouls. Crap. I'm not sure which one of the ghouls. Round 4. I don't think this game is going to need to go on past round 4, which is good, because I'm at the point. This is done. We need to be done. So, in fact, I think I am at the point where we're done, because no one else. The only units that haven't activated are the dwarves. So, let's see if you can do anything. So moving here is 4 inches. Klara is within 12 inches, so he's going to take 2 shots at her. No. Hitting on... I'm not sure who that is. No, always 3s. So 1 hit, and she saves on 3s, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check what these... yeah, her defense is 3. This weapon is... Where are the dwarves? Here they are. AP2. It is an AP2 weapon. So on 5s, she takes a wound. Oh, hang on. She has a special rule, I think. Here she is, Prowler. Enemy units further than 12 inches away get -1 to... no. Yeah, no, that still hits because he is less than 12 inches away, so she takes 1 wound. But she doesn't care because she has tough 3. So, next up, this guy, he can't shoot her. I don't think I want to continue, but I will move these units. He can't shoot. Ortan... Oh, this guy would actually move another 4 as well. Because he isn't in range of anyone to shoot. So they've all moved now. Meaning the turn is over. And we have to ask the question, is it clear who is winning? So, what are you doing? Just move this back. Okay, so, going through all of the objectives. Litwin scouts are going to be able to seize 6. And they've got 4 victory points. They have hold 6 and seize 6 as objectives. So if we go into round 5, that could change. There are a couple of units that Klara has that could contest, that can go up against a hero to contest that objective. Klara's Horde, they get charge. On round 4, they get charge for 2 victory points, which will take them to 3. Which puts them in 2nd place, I think. So Klara's Horde score charge with 2 victory points because they have destroyed 3 or more enemy units in melee. They could also score Terrify, but they would only get 1 victory point for it at this stage because only 1 unit has... Hang on a second. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, down here we have some infantrymen that are holding on. They are still in the game. But I'm pretty sure that with Terrify, you only get 1... Where'd you go? Terrify 55, yeah. 3 or more enemy units fail a morale test for 2 victory points. So only 1 unit has failed a morale test. So there's only 1 point in that. So holding on to that for the moment. Hold 3. I could discard it, but not sure there's much of a point right now. Given I think that the game is going to end. So, Klara knocked out. I am not sure. Oh, actually, yes, I know exactly who Klara knocked out because it was Ethelwyd. Because Ethelwyd is the one with Ethelwyd is the one that has Agile, the Agile rule, which is why she was able to move so fast. Oh, did I knock out a ghoul? Did I write down that I knocked out a ghoul? Yes. Mira knocked out a ghoul. Klara knocked out Ethelwyd. And those were the only units to come off the board this round. Okay, Klara's Horde is done with 3 victory points, coming in 2nd. Chavel's Troupe. Terrify, no. Seize, 1, no. Take no prisoners, also, no. Klara's Horde is the one that's able to claim that one, but not this time around. They failed... I think they failed casting. How does casting work? At least 1 attempt to cast block spells per round. No, failed. So I actually failed that on round 2. The Ortan Expedition. They did not manage to seize 4. They have not slayed the king. And they have not delved deep. So they've coming out with nothing. I think that we have a clear winner. I think that it is clear that this mission is won by Litwin, the Litwin Scouts, with 4 victory points. So, for winning the game, they get an extra 2 victory points, coming out with a total of 6. So, let's jump in and start cleaning up for the end. So, mission 6. Mission 6 is a win for 10 points and 6 victory points. Getting 20 whole victory points in this competition. Everyone else... So, Klara's Horde gets 3 victory points. Mission 5 loss for 30 points and 3 victory points. Oh, she's going to be competing with the Litwin Scouts for the overall score. The Dwarves. Game 5 loss for 30 points and 0 victory points. And the Ortan Expedition, where are you? Chavel's Troupe, rather. Game 5 loss, 30 points, and did they get 2? Chavel's Troupe, 2 points, 2 victory points, for a total of 28 points. We think we know who's going to be winning the campaign. So, campaign tournament thing that they do. The next thing to do, special objectives. No one succeeded at their special objectives. So let's look at casualties. What am I doing? What am I doing? What are you doing? Campaign rules, casualties. Who has died? Who has come off the board? Okay. You first. Athras the tree ant thing. 2. That's a recovery. So, Athras recovered. Everyone else survived. So everyone will get at least 1 XP for the game. In fact, let's do XP at the same time. Elora knocked out Skeleton, so Elora gets 2. Mira knocked out a Ghoul unit. So 2. Sorel isn't with us anymore. It is Mira. Klara's Horde. Okay. Now, it's a bit difficult because I don't remember which of the ghoul troops survived. So the skeletons first. They're fine. The ghouls. They are okay. So everyone is fine. So we've got recovered. One of the ghouls, we'll just say recovered and... no. But that means that everyone gets at least 1 XP. It also means, because we do know that Ghouls 1 knocked out Lucius. So I'm going to have to watch back to see which ones were which, but I knew that it was 1 that knocked out Lucius, which is a hero unit, so they're going to get 3 XP. The other ghouls knocked out normal unit for 1 XP, and Klara knocked out a normal unit again for 1 XP. Chavel's Troupe is in a slightly more sorry state. Chavel was routed. Lucius. Let's bring the board over here. Lucius, what happened to you? 3, you recovered. The spearmen were actually not ever here. The infantrymen survived, and the marksmen recovered. So everyone gets 1 XP. The infantry knocked out Athras for 1 XP. So they will get 2 XP. And the Ortan Expedition, who almost didn't even end up in the fight. Their only casualty was Ethelwyd, who recovers. They will all only get 1 XP. So, coming back up to the top with both of these windows, let's just see if anyone manages to level up. Not that it's going to matter because the campaign is over, but we're going through the motions. So, Elora now has 13 XP, does not level up. Corel. No, hang on. Sorel is the one that's alive. So the treeman Athras gets 1 XP to 6. The warrior Sorel gets 1 XP to 8. The scout Adana gets 1 XP to 6. And our new scout Mira gets 2 XP. So no one levels up in Litwin's scouts. Klara's Horde. Next up, Klara gets 2 XP and goes to 8. The spearmen are dead. I've removed the wrong... Skeletons is the one I wanted. The skeletons go up to 8 XP. Ghouls 1 go... Do we know which ghouls are which? Yeah, because after I lost track of which ones were which, I didn't... After I lost track of which ones were which, they didn't kill anyone, so it's fine. Or didn't do anything to earn XP. So, Ghouls 1 go to 9, and Ghouls 2 go to 4, or Ghouls 3 go to 4. So, no one levels up. The Ortan Expedition. We'll do Chavel's Troupe last, because it's easy to come up here. Oh, so Ortan levels up as he goes to 10. Hildred levels up as she goes to 5. So I'll just put levels here. Ethelwyd goes to 8. Alethid goes to 9. Agna goes to 1. Rorschach goes to... Rorschach goes to 9. And Warham goes to 1. So we've got 2 level ups. So Ortan first, as he's a hero. 5. So I need to pick... What am I doing? What am I doing? Campaign rules. Here we go. Pathfinder or healer? Let's go Pathfinder. 1. Runner. The hero always moves plus 3 inches even in terrain. So he gets runner. And runner was... The hero always moves plus 3 inches even in terrain. And Hildred gets 1. Agile. Agile's good for dwarves. And now Ortan is worth 70 and Hildred is worth 25. Yeah. So now we just need to look at Chavel's Troupe, who also did not do hugely well, but we might... Looks like we're going to have a level up. So Chavel goes to 7. Lucius goes to 5, so he's leveling up. So he's now worth 60. He's going to get some extra stuff. The infantrymen go to 6 XP, and the marksmen go to 10 XP. No, the infantrymen go to 7 XP. So we got 2 levels. Lucius and the marksman. So let's roll for Lucius first. 4. 4 is fighter or shooter. Okay. He doesn't have any ranged weapons. Can he get ranged weapons? I might go fighter. Okay, I've checked, and human wizards can't even get fighter. So, I can't even get ranged weapons for shooters. So there's... Yeah, there's absolutely nothing to gain by getting shooter. So fighter it is, because when people attack him, it'll be useful. 2. Duelist. Enemy units get -1 in melee attacks against the human unit. Yay! Duelist. Enemy units get -1 in melee against the hero. Which is actually really good for him, because his defense is shit. So the marksman as well, 6. So they get fast learner, which lets them pick anything. They actually have to roll again, because they've already got fast learner. 5. Which is elite. Oh, no. No, I'm sorry. They had... it was the infantrymen that had fast learner. They had elite, not through fast learner. They are now getting elite through fast learner, which means that they would be able to re-roll 2 rolls a turn. Which is cool. Because, well, that's how I read it. Otherwise, if it's intended differently, then they need to be a little bit more clear, I think, because how else is this supposed to work? You may pick any other trait from a list, but you're supposed to be able to level up 6 times. So, you get everything, and then you get Fast Learner, which lets you pick one of these again. So you've got to be able to pick up Elite twice, right? Okay, so that's that. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Oh, did I do Ortan yet? Yes. Yes, I did. Let's actually write this down here. Duelist. And FL. Elite. And I can't remember if I don't think I did increase their costs. No, I didn't. 50 and 55 now, I think. The wizard. Maybe I did do the wizard. Got the wizard costing 55 on the points. And he doesn't have anything that would have put his point cost off without me paying for it. That's the other thing. Am I supposed to pay the point cost that I'm going when I level up? At which point am I just getting rid of units if I can't pay for them all of a sudden? Yeah. I think that's 60. Looking at what he's got there. So, cool. Cool. That's it. So, the only thing sort of left to do is update some of these tables. So that we know what things are worth. So if I was to continue on, I'd have 30 points for Chavel to spend, 35 points for the dwarves to spend. Which is that those are the dwarves. $30 points for Klara to spend. $10 points for Litwin. And we have the last table that we just need to update to work out who won, which I think we actually know. But so, yeah, the Litwin Scouts won the game. Klara's Horde came in second. The Chavel's Troupe came in third, despite losing almost all their troops. The Ortan Expedition didn't achieve anything because they couldn't move into their objectives fast enough. They didn't get into combat until the very end of the last turn. And so they didn't fare too well for this game. However, for the overall campaign, for all 5 missions that it's now over because that's what I rolled at the beginning, the scores are Chavel's Troupe in first place with 7 points. The Litwin Scouts and Klara's Horde tie for second place with 5 points each. And the Ortan Expedition brings up the rear with 3.25 points in, I guess, third place. So everyone's on the podium, I guess, even though Litwin and Klara are standing on the same tier, sharing it with each other. But Chavel's Troupe have pulled away, because they pulled away so heavily in some of the earlier games. They had quite a good go against everyone else. In fact, Chavel's Troupe did rather well against everyone except the Ortan Expedition. who came up very much ahead of everyone else. The Ortan Expedition, I think, being dwarves, they have the slow rule, which really handicaps them on one hand because it takes them so long for them to get across the board, which means that they aren't, the maneuverability really suffers, but they are incredibly strong, like 3-up saves for all of the units. Until Klara came at them, so until a hero was fighting one of them, they were just happily letting the arrows bounce off their armor, which would have been different if I still had AP with my arrow shots with the that unit that in Litwin Scouts that died. Oh, yeah, this has been a long game. The Lone Watcher. This has been a long game, which you might be able to tell at this point. I have no idea if this is going to be one video or not. But here we are at the end. The Litwin Scouts. Klara's Horde, performed pretty much as I expected. All of those units, I mean, yes, they had lots of models, which means they have lots of wounds and lots of attacks, but they all hit on 5s. So the ghouls did well with poison. You happen to roll a 6, you do 3 wounds, and that was quite devastating at times. But the skeletons basically did nothing in most of the games, I felt. And everything relied on what Klara's positioning was. Like, if Klara was in a good position, she was winning fights, doing all the damage. Wizard in particular was particularly helpful. I think I had some games with some bad rolls, but Klara would just, if Klara was in a good position, they came off really well. If Klara was in a bad position, then the game was just a loss for them. The Litwin Scouts, similar. They didn't perform as well as I thought. I thought that having the 2 ranged units would balance pretty well. I always lost the Tree Man really quickly. The Warrior was someone who I was always going to lose really quickly as well. I think I just had better positioning for him. I had some bad luck with the ranged units, I think. I think if I was to play another Wood Elf party like that, I'd have more ranged units that had more changeability, flexibility. The Lone Watcher was great because I could either have 2 shots or I could have AP2. Losing him consistently every game. Like, there were 2 or 3 games where I lost him. Once he became a slave and I had to buy him back for 30 points just because of random events. And he died once. He then died the next game and I had to buy another one. He died again and I didn't have the points to pick up another one back up. So I ended up just with a scout. So that was sort of disappointing. And in that last game, the archers didn't do anything because who could they attack? They couldn't attack anyone except the dwarves, who had a 3-up save. So without that AP2, they weren't that AP2 option. They weren't that great. Elora Litwin, the druid, really squishy. But again, great when I succeed rolls. Not this game, but a couple of games back. Maybe even the last game I played with her. Just all of the low casting rolls, maybe 2 games in a row actually, low casting rolls, which just resulted in her dying really quickly because squishy. So I had a couple of games where, you got to be careful of her positioning. That wizard positioning. As soon as the wizard gets caught up in melee, they're done. But yeah, overall, I've had a lot of fun with this little experiment playing this campaign. Part of me thinks it's a pity that it's over. Otherwise, it's not too bad. I think I've gotten a lot of the rules wrong with how progression and stuff works. Like, I've got these two tables here. One for the cost I'm buying something for, and one for one that shows the cost of the list as it is in game. And that's because when a unit dies, well, what happens then? Like, if I get to reuse those points, then I just buy him back, right? I mean, okay, he loses any advances through XP, but they're basically nothing. You advance XP so slowly in this game that natural changes just don't come about quickly. Was it 1d6 plus 3 games? Or was it 1d3 plus 6 games in the missions? I can't remember now. But I only got 5 games for the missions. And you don't change very much between missions. You don't gain many points per missions. Like, okay, so total, in looking at the Litwin Scouts, in total I had 280 points at the end of this game. So 270 points at the end of last game in total to spend. But I had to buy the Lone Watcher back. Did I get that wrong? Did I actually have to buy Sorrel back? Was it Sorrel that was put in slavery? Or maybe I just put his points in the wrong place. But I had to buy him back from slavery because of a random event taking him off the board and saying that if you want to use him again, you need to pay 20 points. The flavor text was that he'd been captured by slavers, which is just like, well, fuck. All right, he's just now more expensive. At which point, okay, so once you spend points, they're gone, right? And you've only got points that you haven't spent. Then there's the question of, okay, the cost of a unit goes up by 5 points when you level up. Is that free? Because you've already got the unit. So, but the points are going away. So I'm not sure if I was doing that right or not. Because yeah, like you started with 150 points. I got 270 points total, but because I had 2 deaths and the slave thing, my end spend on points was 270. But despite the fact that even though I spent 270 points in the game, I had 185 points in my list. And that was because I only had 185 because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 25. So this list is 150 point list with some level up upgrades, facing off against who was it? The dwarves. I mean, the dwarves. The dwarves never really saw combat if they were too far away. But if you compare that to like Chavel, no, it's probably the same for all of them. Roundabout the same for all of them. You look at the things though. You've got actually, I guess Klara's Horde and Chavel's Troupe went into that last game with, or is that their current cost now? I didn't take out dead units. I don't think anyone died. Well, yeah. So current cost now 210. Versus 185, even though they got almost 300 points. Vampiric Undead, 180 points. So 250 points spent on a 210 point list. All right, so they're basically more powerful. But that said, these units are shit. Poison, the ghouls with 2 attacks each and poison, so 6 attacks if you the first time you charge. Roll some sixes, you do some damage. Okay. Skeletons are shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that there's enough in the campaign. I think, yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but there's not much change happening, not much progression happening. At the end of the day, you're using the missions from Age of Fantasy, which didn't quite gel with Age of Fantasy Skirmish. So it was overall fun. It was really good fun. I sound like I'm being really critical. I'm sort of now starting to be critical of some of the things that I wasn't clear about, because I wasn't clear about a couple of the rules. And I'm now tired. Let's be honest. A lot of this is on me. But otherwise, yeah, actually, it was a lot of fun. There are a lot of really good things about this. I did see that One Page Rules are working on a new... Is it a new skirmish game or something like that? But it's more... It looks like it was more campaign-driven. So I am really keen to see how that goes. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. The next steps for me, though, is I'm going to start playing some Frostgrave again. I've had a few requests for it, and now that I've taken a bit of a break for it, I'm keen to get a little bit back into it. So I've got a board made up for a solo campaign. I believe I had 3 warbands that I was running against each other. One of them was a little bit behind in the XP, so I'm going to run that warband through that. Had to work out the scenarios a little bit more. There's a couple of issues with at least one of them, but the other 2, because there was 3 scenarios in this little mini thing. 2 of the scenarios I think work, and one of them was a bit like, yeah, whatever. But we'll see how we go. I'll have a bit of a look at that, and then look at filming that in the next few weeks. Which, with any luck, you'll just see it released next week, because at this point I'm a little bit ahead of my schedule. So, well, I think at that point it's time to call it. This has taken quite a while to film for me. 4 warbands in a game, basically double the length. So I'm interested to see how long the video turns out to be. But yeah. Anyway, if you've stuck through to this point, thank you very much, especially for putting up with me as I've started getting more and more tired. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.